September 11th, 2001. The CIA had every piece of the puzzle. Hijacker names, flight school records, wire transfers from Saudi Arabia. They had it all, but nobody connected the dots. 2,977 people died. 20 years later, 3 Stanford nerds built a digital brain to make sure that never happens again. That brain is now worth $20 billion, tracks millions without warrants, and just helped Ukraine destroy Russian tanks in real time. We need software that connects everything. Everything? Like what? Every phone call, every bank transfer, every person. That's surveillance. No, that's prevention. This is Palantir, the most secretive AI company you've never heard of. Not a tech startup, a surveillance weapon wrapped in a hoodie, funded by your tax dollars, operating in the shadows. How 9/11 created the perfect excuse for mass surveillance. How 3 guys turned tragedy into a 20 billion empire. And why even Palantir employees don't know what it really does. But to understand Palantir, we need to go back to the morning everything changed. September 10th, 2001. The day before, the CIA had files. The FBI had files. The NSA had files. Nobody talked to each other. Imagine 3 detectives investigating the same murder. One has the weapon. One has the motive. One has the suspect's name. But they're in different rooms, different buildings, different cities. That was the US intelligence community. We flagged 2 of the hijackers entering the country. When? January 2000. Did you tell the FBI? We forgot. You forgot? We had other priorities. September 11 hit like a bomb. Not just the towers, the entire intelligence apparatus. Exposed, humiliated, broken. For decades, they believed their system worked. Compartmentalization, need-to-know basis, secrecy above all. The problem? Secrecy killed 2,977 people. But in the wreckage, someone saw an opportunity. A conference room in Langley, Virginia. A 34-year-old tech investor walks in. Gentlemen, you have a data problem. We have a terrorism problem. Same thing. You're drowning in information, but can't see the pattern. And you can fix that? I already did. At PayPal, we built software to catch fraud. Same concept, different enemy. Think of it like this. You have a 1,000,000-piece jigsaw puzzle. Every agency has a few pieces, but nobody can see the full picture because the pieces are in different boxes, in different rooms, locked in different safes. Palantir? Palantir is the table that brings all the pieces together. The CIA listened. The CIA liked it. The CIA wrote a check. Not from the normal budget, from In-Q-Tel, the CIA's venture capital fund. Yes, the CIA has a VC fund. And just like that, a surveillance company was born. Not in a garage, in a government office, funded by spies, built for spies, but sold as a tech startup. And the man who wrote that check? He had a plan. Because while everyone else saw tragedy, He saw the biggest market opportunity in Silicon Valley history. Palo Alto, 2003. PayPal just sold to eBay for $1.5 billion. The PayPal Mafia is born. Elon Musk, Reid Hoffman, Max Levchin, and the quiet one in the corner, Peter Thiel. While everyone else bought Teslas and started social networks, Thiel had a different idea. What if we build software for the state? Peter, what's your next move? I'm starting a company. Another payment platform? No, surveillance. Like spy stuff? Like preventing the next 9/11. That's ambitious. That's necessary. Now, most people hear preventing terrorism and think noble cause. But Thiel wasn't thinking noble. He was thinking, the government has unlimited money and zero idea how to use data. This is the biggest market opportunity in history. He recruited 2 Stanford engineers, Alex Karp and Joe Lonsdale. Karp, philosophy PhD, never coded a day in his life, but could talk to government suits. Lonsdale, young, hungry, believed in disrupting intelligence. What do we call it? Something that sounds mystical. Like what? Palantir, from Lord of the Rings, the seeing stones. The ones that let you spy on anyone? Exactly. If you've seen Lord of the Rings, you know what a Palantir is, a crystal ball that lets you see anywhere, anytime. Sauron used one to spy on Middle-earth. Thiel used the same name to spy on Earth. But here's the thing. Naming your surveillance company after an evil wizard's spy tool? That's not a bug. That's a feature. Because Palantir wasn't hiding what it was. It was telling you exactly what it planned to do. So they had the name. They had the funding. They had Silicon Valley's best engineers. But what were they actually building? What does a $20 billion surveillance machine actually look like? Okay, so what does Palantir actually do? Let me explain it like you're 5. Imagine you're a teacher with 30 kids. Every kid has a different story. Timmy's parents are divorced. Sarah has a peanut allergy. Jake's dad is in the military. Emma just moved from another state. Now imagine trying to remember all of that. Impossible, right? But what if you had a magic notebook that automatically connected everything? Timmy is sad today. His parents are divorced. His dad didn't show up yesterday. Sarah is coughing. She has a peanut allergy. Someone brought peanut butter cookies. That's Palantir. But instead of kids, it's people. And instead of a notebook, it's a $20 billion AI. Simple concept, right? Except this magic notebook costs $20 billion, has zero public oversight, and the people building it aren't allowed to tell you how it works. But let's see it in action. Picture this. An analyst sits at a screen, types a question, and watches the system connect dots in real time. Show me everyone who called this phone number. The system pulls phone records, thousands of calls, highlights 47 numbers. Now show me everyone who flew to Pakistan in the last 6 months. The system cross-references flight manifests, hundreds of names, narrows to 12. Cross-reference with anyone who withdrew over $10,000 in cash. The system scans bank transactions, millions of records, finds 3 matches. There's our guy. That took 30 seconds. Before Palantir, that took 6 months, and probably missed the connection entirely. Palantir built 2 versions of this system. Gotham, for governments, sold as counter-terrorism, actually tracks anyone they want. Foundry, for corporations, sold as fraud detection, actually tracks employees and customers. Gotham equals spy on citizens. Foundry equals spy on employees and customers. But we call it analytics, so it sounds less creepy. Where does the data come from? Everywhere. Phone records, bank transactions, social media, license plate readers, facial recognition cameras. That's a lot of surveillance. That's the point. Is it legal? Define legal. Here's the scary part. Palantir doesn't collect the data, it just connects it. Like a spider sitting in the center of a web, watching every vibration, every movement, every connection. And here's the scariest part. Even Palantir employees don't know how the algorithms work. It's a black box. You put data in, answers come out. But how it got there? Trade secret. It's like a magician sawing someone in half. You see the person go in, you see them come out in two pieces, but you never see the mechanism. That's the trick. So Palantir built the ultimate surveillance tool. It's invisible, it's powerful, and the question nobody asked? Who actually gets to use it? And what did they do with it? Osama bin Laden, found, killed. How? Palantir. We've been tracking this courier for 3 years. And? Palantir connected him to 47 different safe houses. Which one is bin Laden in? Abbottabad, Pakistan. 99.7% confidence. SEAL Team 6 went in. Bin Laden went down. Palantir's stock price went up. But here's what they don't tell you in the press releases. To find one terrorist, Palantir tracked millions of innocent people. Millions. Your phone calls, your bank transfers, your travel records, your social media posts, your location history. All without warrants. All without your knowledge. All without your consent. Imagine someone reading your diary, your texts, your bank statements, every search you've ever typed. Now imagine they're doing that to everyone you know. Your family, your friends, your coworkers, everyone. That was the cost of catching bin Laden. And once the government proved it worked, everyone wanted in. The LAPD, to predict crime before it happens. ICE, to track undocumented immigrants. The IRS, to catch tax fraud. Your health insurance company, to deny claims. Your bank, to flag suspicious transactions. We're not spying, we're optimizing. Optimizing what? Efficiency, fraud detection, risk management. By tracking employees? By understanding patterns. We're watching you, but we're calling it analytics so it sounds less creepy. By 2020, Palantir was operating in 150 countries. Governments, corporations, hospitals, banks, and nobody knew. Because Palantir's clients sign NDAs scarier than the mafia. Can you tell me what you do at Palantir? I work on data integration. For who? I can't say. Government or corporate? I can't say. Can you tell me anything? I can tell you I signed an NDA that makes me sweat at night. Think of Palantir like an octopus. You see one tentacle in the news. Palantir helps catch terrorists. But you don't see the other 7 tentacles. One in your bank, one in your hospital, one in your insurance company, one tracking your car, one reading your emails, one watching your kids' school, and one you'll never see because it's classified. But in 2022, something happened that changed everything. Palantir went from invisible to undeniable. February 24th, 2022. Russia invades Ukraine. The world expects Kiev to fall in 72 hours. It doesn't. Why? Palantir. Picture this: a Ukrainian soldier in a trench holding a tablet. Not a gun, a tablet. On the screen, real-time locations of every Russian tank, artillery position, and supply convoy. Target acquired. Russian convoy, 3 kilometers north. How do you know? Palantir. Satellite data, drone footage, intercepted communications, all in one screen. That's insane. That's the future. Within weeks, Ukraine destroyed hundreds of Russian tanks. Not with better weapons, with better information. Palantir turned war into a video game, and Russia was playing without a controller. Here's how it worked. Palantir's meta-constellation system pulled data from US spy satellites, commercial satellites, Ukrainian drones, intercepted Russian radio, social media posts, weather patterns. Then it did something terrifying. It predicted where Russian forces would be 6 hours before they got there. Imagine playing chess, but your opponent can see 10 moves ahead. Not because they're smarter, because they have an AI that's already calculated every possible move you could make. That's what Ukraine had. Russia was playing checkers. How many Russian tanks did we destroy? Over 2,000. How many did we lose? Less than 400. That's a massacre. That's Palantir. And suddenly, every government on Earth realized, whoever has Palantir wins. Not might win. Wins. Orders flooded in from NATO, from Japan, from South Korea. Palantir's stock price doubled, then tripled. The company that nobody knew about became the company everyone wanted. But here's the part nobody wants to talk about. If Palantir can track Russian tanks in real time, what's stopping it from tracking you? Spoiler alert? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Okay, real talk. You're probably thinking, this is scary, but what does it have to do with me? Everything. Here's how to know if you're in Palantir's web. Sign 1. Your bank flags unusual activity you don't recognize. Why was my account frozen? Unusual activity detected. I just bought groceries. The algorithm flagged it. What algorithm? We can't disclose that. Palantir Foundry is watching your spending patterns. One deviation, flagged. No human review, just the black box. Sign 2. Your insurance claim gets denied for risk assessment. You file a claim. It's legitimate, but it gets denied. Based on our risk assessment model. What model? Palantir. It cross-referenced your claim with your social media, your purchase history, your location data, and decided you're high risk. Sign 3. You get pulled over for random checks more often. License plate readers, facial recognition, traffic cameras, all feeding into Palantir Gotham. That random stop? Not random. The system flagged your car because you drove through a high crime area 3 times this month. Sign 4. Your job application gets auto-rejected. You apply for a job. Qualified. Experienced. Auto-rejected in 24 hours. No interview. No explanation. Why? Palantir Foundry scanned your social media, your credit score, your neighborhood, your friends. And the algorithm said, high risk. Sign 5. You can't explain why, but you feel watched. This one's psychological, but real. When you know systems like Palantir exist, you start second-guessing everything. Should I post this? Should I search for that? Will this flag me? That's not paranoia. That's the panopticon. The prison where you can't see the guard, but you know they're watching. And here's the kicker. You can't opt out. There's no unsubscribe from Palantir button. If you have a phone, a bank account, or a social security number, you're in the system. So what do you do? How do you protect yourself from a surveillance system you can't see? We started with 9/11, a failure to connect dots. We watched 3 Stanford nerds build a digital brain. We saw it catch bin Laden, track immigrants, destroy Russian tanks. And now, it's watching you. But here's what gets lost in all the innovation talk. Palantir didn't just build a tool. It built a worldview. A worldview where everyone is a data point, where privacy is a bug, not a feature, where the question isn't, should we watch everyone? It's, how efficiently can we do it? The uncomfortable truth? Palantir works. It catches terrorists. It stops fraud. It wins wars. But at what cost? When you trade privacy for security, you don't get security. You get surveillance. And surveillance doesn't stop at the bad guys. It stops when there's nobody left to watch. And here's the scariest part. Palantir isn't the only one. Google has your searches. Meta has your social life. Amazon has your purchases. Apple has your location. Palantir? Palantir has all of it in one place. Connected, analyzed, weaponized. So what do? You can't opt out. You can't hide. But you can be aware. You can ask questions. You can demand transparency. And next time someone tells you, if you have nothing to hide, you have nothing to fear, remember, the people watching you, they have everything to hide. This was Palantir, the CIA's digital brain, the surveillance tool you never knew existed. But now you do. And in the next video, we're going deeper, because Palantir isn't the only company building Big Brother. There's another one, funded by the same people, operating in the same shadows. And it's not tracking terrorists, it's tracking you.